everybody needs an age in place plan. Everybody.
Hmm.
Whether you activate that age in place plan, we don't know, but at least you have it in place.
Hmm.
Um, one is to get your physical space ready. Number two is, and we can go into more in depth each one, but number two is AI and what are we doing with technology? And number three is the human part of it. Do you
Hmm.
have your team in place, the humans in place, a CPA, a attorney, living wills and all that? And then
Hmm.
your home care teams and do you know your market? You need to know your
Hmm.
market. So when I
Yeah.
talk age in place plan, those are the three things that I focus on.
Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show.
And welcome back, everyone, to segment 3 with Meghan Phelan. And we are talking about, are you ready to age in place? It's all about aging in place. And guess what? We are all in talking to you about all the different nuances and ways to do so. And Meghan, you and I have talked briefly before about plan before you need it. It's so important. And I will tell you, I'm going to tell you a little story that I haven't told you yet. But when my husband and I came to look at the home that we live in now, we moved here in 2023. We upgraded to a really nice house that we can quote unquote live forever in. Right. And I'm 69, almost 70 years old. So it was time to start thinking about, okay, where are we going to live? The other house had too many stairs, too much. It was not reasonable for us to continue. And we had an opportunity to move into this home. And we walked into the bathroom. And this is me talking. I really need to tell you that somebody that's very educated about senior care that's been doing this, for 17 years, right? I walked into the bathroom, and in the bathroom, there's a walk-in tub and there are grab bars in the shower. And I looked at my husband and I said, honey, this house is for old people. And he turned around and he looked at me and he goes, honey, we are old people. And the thing is that it was almost this revelation of, even myself, I was in denial about, you know, my own needs and about what to prepare for in the future. And it really gave me kind of a wake up call for my own life, as well as thinking about how many of us are baby boomers out there that we want to age in place, but I know through educated means how important living in a safe environment should be and is. How important it is. Meghan, I would love to talk to you a little bit about, first of all, when you talk to someone that's my age, late 60s, early 70s, what is the average typical response to somebody that's active and feels like they don't need care?
Number one objection is I'm not ready yet.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm not ready to have people in my house. That's the number one.
Hmm. And yet nobody's asking you to get care yet. The whole point is that it only takes one accident and you could fall in, the shower, in the bathroom, you could fall outside, you could fall in the hallway because you trip on a throw rug. There are so many ways in which there are accidents waiting to happen in a home. And obviously, with the evolution of AI, that's helping a lot. But I just heard a story just the other day of a dear old friend of mine that and just breaks my heart. She fell and she laid there for 2.5 hours because she didn't have an ability to connect. And she did have a monitoring system, but it wasn't voice. It was old and it didn't have the voice. And it was just one of those things. And she didn't fall hard enough to trigger anything because she was in a room where it didn't reach. That's really sad. And I think about the fact of, wow, there's a lot of ways in which we all, you know, we all function every day. We don't even think about where we're walking, what we're doing. all the things that could be around. So let's just start from the beginning. What are some basic things people could do right now?
Yeah, so I call it the age in place plan. Everybody needs an age in place plan. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
especially baby boomers is what I mean by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you activate that age in place plan, we don't know, but at least you have it in place.
Mm-hmm.
But one is to get your physical space ready. Number two is, and we can go into more in depth each one, but number two is AI and what are we doing with technology? And number three is the human part of it. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have your team in place, the humans in place, a CPA, a attorney, living wills and all that? And
Mm-hmm.
then your home care teams and do you know your market? You need to know your
Mm-hmm.
market. So when I
Yeah.
talk age in place plan, those are the three things that I focus on.
Can I add one more thing to that list?
Yes, please.
Legal paperwork. Make
Yes.
sure you have it, and that's in your people, but it's not necessarily. Make sure that you have a plan of your estate planning documents taken care of, your will taken care of, your power of attorney taken care of, your executor taken care of, and that there's information that if you have a power of attorney and an executor, they have all the resources to be able to access your bank accounts, all of those things when it's time. And, you can assume it could be time any day. You don't know. It could happen. I know of a family just the other day. He was 41 years old and he had a massive stroke. I saw the story on Facebook. 41 years old. And here he is in the hospital and unable to speak. And I just breaks my heart. Now, luckily he's married and his wife, but he's got two little kids. And it just breaks my heart to see those kind of things happen, but you don't know what's down the road. And I think one of the things that especially as we get older, those chances increase every day. Um, so one of the things I want to talk about is things in our environment. Okay. How many of us have a rug on the bathroom floor? The tile or whatever it's on is very slippery. There's that what they say the bathroom is the most dangerous thing in the home. So tell me a little bit about what somebody could do right now today to make their bathroom more aging and place friendly.
Yeah, so I do. I look at bathroom, kitchen, hallways. Those are my first three.
Mhm.
Bathroom is going to be grab bars that can also double, as towel racks. I cringe when I say
Mhm.
that because if the towel's on there and you slip on the towel,
Yeah.
but either way,
They
grab
need to be
bars,
professionally installed into
yeah.
studs. Yeah.
So definitely grab bars, and then definitely those foamy water. They suck up the water mats.
Hmm.
Those are, and then think about maybe not yet, but think about the raised toilet seat. I like that product too for
Hmm.
the bathroom.
Hmm.
So you're
Hmm.
not going so far down, and you can push yourself back up on them. So those are the
Hmm.
bathroom. And
Yeah.
then one of the things in the kitchen that people don't think about is the handle on the counter. So you can do what you have to do with one hand and hold on with the other.
Yeah. And those are really good. And I'll add one more thing to the bathroom that's super easy is if you have a tile floor in your bathroom, which a lot of people do, there's actually, you can go to Home Depot and there's a coating that you can put on the floor that makes sure it doesn't even change the look of your tile floor. But what it does do is it makes the tile not slippery and it will it'll be a little bit more matte looking, but not, it's actually quite attractive. And so it helps you. And if water gets on it, it'll actually bead up, which is really good. And it helps you to keep it. So, and I think that can cost like $40 and you can just put it on with a paint roller and it'll dry overnight. It's that easy to do. So that's always one thing. I think it's dry in 8 hours. It's incredible how you could,
That's a
do that. Yeah. So the other thing that I want to talk about is a shower chair, a curbless shower. Let's look at the next level up. Um,
Mhm.
Curbless, but necessary. But if you're walking into a bathtub, bathtubs are slippery.
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit. I know there are units, aren't there? The units that somebody can just have their tub taken out and put into the bathroom.
There are, but there's also the units too that you can have a bath and a shower because you could put a
Hmm.
door on the bath.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
good too.
I like those too because then you have the option to take a bath and soak or take a shower.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, the walk-in, the ones with the without the lip, the roll-in, those are great. The showers, and then definitely the open door that you
Hmm.
can split open for the bath. I
Yeah.
love those.
Yeah. What about a shower chair?
Yeah, shower chairs are great. If you don't have the in the budget for any kind of modification, the shower chairs are great. We like the ones that the benches are could sometimes get dicey because they go down too low and there's not much
Right.
space, but the shower chairs are good.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's really good about a shower chair is the fact that, you can use a hand shower to bring it down, and that's super easy to change your shower head to something you can hang on to. And it's easier, obviously, to get yourself more clean too, rather than that water just coming from one direction. I know for me, I still use I replace it with a hand shower. And no, of course, I don't need a shower chair and I have grab bars, but I certainly appreciate my hand shower. And those are easy things to do. And so obviously water is a big issue. I want to talk about lighting.
Yeah.
How often have I heard stories of someone in the middle of the night, they get up to go to the bathroom and there's a rug on the floor, and because it's wet or whatever, it gets bunched up because the door hit it or whatever, they trip on that rug in the middle of the night and fall. Um, Tell me a little bit about motion sensor lighting.
So we always recommend them any kind of even easy do motion sensor lighting from Amazon, even just plug it in.
Mhm,
And when it detects motion, it'll light up the hallway or it'll light up the
mhm,
pathway. That's definitely on my initial home safety plan when we go into client's house or the hallways.
mhm,
Let's take a look at the
mhm.
path and
Yeah.
motion lights are a must.
Hallway, bedroom under the bed. Uh, I know that there's some minute you put there's mats out there now that if you step on a mat, it'll automatically trigger the fact that you're getting up. That's all part of the whole system of aging in place. Okay, so let's move into the kitchen. I'm going to talk a little bit about the kitchen. Tell me some things in the kitchen that we should be aware of.
Will recommend the automatic shutoffs for the stoves. Those are definite must. We recommend the grab bar on the counter, on the top of the counter.
Hmm.
Pull down shelving so you're not reaching. You can just pull down the shelves, under counter lighting, and then the cushion mats.
Hmm.
Those are top.
And when you say pull down shelving, can they find stuff like that on Amazon?
I usually recommend local safety experts that come into my
Okay.
client. Yeah, and we do, and they'll do free safety inspections, and then they'll know where to get that
Yeah.
type of tool for that person. I also
Yeah.
mentioned the faucets are the touchless faucets are great too.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, obviously, there's a lot of seniors out there like me that have arthritis. Let's talk about door handles as opposed to the levers or the knobs.
I mean, it just depends. The levers, I feel like those are a little easier for
Hmm.
them.
Hmm.
But we do take a look at the door handles, the levers, or it's person by person.
Yeah. And I think the other thing in the kitchen obviously is um the self-closing, soft closing doors. Making sure that your cabinet doors get closed. Sometimes we think they get closed, they don't. They can swing open, things can fall down out of the cupboard. Trip hazards happen. So in the kitchen, one of the things obviously when we want to make sure that we do is if you're helping a loved one or you're wanting to age in place, is make sure that you have storage for every place and get as much off of the counter as possible. I think a lot of times, because kitchens don't have a lot of storage at times because a lot of boomers live in older homes, that's a big deal because things fall all the time. We don't even realize it, especially if you're hard of hearing. Maybe you dropped something, you didn't hear it go on the floor, things like that. Yeah. Anything else in the kitchen?
those are the top items that I would choose.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now lighting. Where we touched on motion sensor lighting. What other types of lighting, especially outdoors, what would you suggest?
Well, we want to talk about the stairs leading up and down to the
Mm-hmm.
floors. We want to make sure those are well lighted,
Mm-hmm.
and that when the person is using the stairs, there's something for them to hang on to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the walkways leading up to the house. Is it
Mm-hmm.
uneven? Lighting there,
Mm-hmm.
getting the mail. So you just want to look at mainly what is the pattern of your loved one, or what is your
Mm-hmm.
pattern.
Yeah.
So, and make notes while you're traveling those paths of where you would need the lighting, where you need to fix the
Mm-hmm.
level out the floors. So it's
Yeah.
it's specific
Yeah.
for outside.
Yeah. And with the electronic caregiver being involved, obviously it's going to establish a regular pattern of, your loved one leaves every Tuesday, right? It comes back at a certain time. All of that will be logged in there. You're going to understand a lot more about the routine that your loved one has. And the other thing, if they're off, maybe they haven't gotten up from their chair, at a certain time, maybe there's something wrong. As an adult child or a spouse that is caring for someone, that's peace of mind. You actually can access the system to see what their routine has been during the day. Can you not?
You can, and that's where you detect your changes of condition. So, oh, there's a change here, and that should be a red flag for you to get involved.
Yeah, yeah. So, Meghan, you and I are going to be right back. We're going to talk a little bit more about the electric caregiver. But in the meantime, how do we reach you? Phone number.
For Electronic Caregiver, it is 786-759-1676.
And for those of you that are across the USA, Meghan can set you up with the electronic caregiver. So just give the call. And again, she's based in Florida, but she can send these units anywhere in the USA. I strongly recommend that you reach out if you're even thinking about it. And we'll be right back right after this. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.